Welcome to Adams State University, home of the Grizzlies, where Metro State just wrapped up two road games this weekend. And let's start off with the women's team, who came in with a nice winning streak and looked to solidify themselves in that #2 spot in the RMAC postseason.
That's right, winners of 6 straight. They've already locked up a spot in the postseason, and with a couple wins this road trip, they can lock up a home field advantage for those playoffs.
And let's start off with the Fort Lewis game. Both teams were fired up for this one, with the Skyhawks just a game back of Metro for the second spot in the RMAC. Metro struck first with the shot clock winding down. Amy Nelson knocks down the jumper for Metro's only lead of the game. Skyhawks forward Christy Groh backs down Amy Nelson and finds their first point. Then Katerina Garcia takes Kaya DeGarmo all the way to the hole, gets the bucket, and one more for her effort. Metro just couldn't find their range the whole game, shooting a season-low 22% from the field and only hitting 1 3 in the game. Fort Lou wins this one handily, taking it 64-48, and ties Metro for the second spot in the RMAC.
The women hope to get back on track against an Adams State team who is down in the basement of the RMAC. But the Grizzlies came into the game ready to fight. Keandra White trying to get things started, cutting through the defense for the layup, but Emily Wood answers right back, who gets the bucket and the foul. There were 8 lead changes in the game, and the Grizzlies would take one of their leads into the halftime locker room, up 29-26. Second half, and ASU came out firing, jumping out to an 8-point lead to gain momentum. In the waning minutes, Metro hits back-to-back threes to cut the lead down to 2 with under 2 left to play. But Adams State would hit their free throws when they needed them and would hold on to win 59-53.
Well, if you look at it statistically, we just couldn't shoot. We didn't shoot the ball well. I don't know what we shot tonight. I haven't seen the stats, but we didn't shoot the ball well last night. We didn't shoot the ball well tonight. So I think it's where we've got to get some confidence shooting the ball. I think we started not getting shots, or not hitting shots. It started we get more uptight.
With the 2 losses this past weekend, that moves the women into a 3-way tie with both UC Colorado Springs and Fort Lewis, which makes this next slate of games this next weekend even more crucial.
And those are at home, so go check those out. But let's move on to the men's team, who came into the season undefeated, still #1 team in the nation, but went on the road against the #17 in the nation, Fort Lewis. The fans filled the gym all the way to the top, and they would get their money's worth. The big man started off the show. Jonathan Morris works around the bigger defender and goes lefty. Then the Fort Lewis big man is found wide open and goes with a 2-hand slam. But the Skyhawks can't fly high, as McCarran getting this oop and a little showtime hanging on the rim. Second half, though, McCarran wouldn't be flying high, as he would foul out on this charge. And then Nicholas K would sit down as well, getting called for a push in the back. From there, Skyhawks guard Marcus Ayala just went stupid, scoring 25 points on the night and seemed to have no problem getting into the lane. And Fort Lewis takes down the #1 team in the nation 61-54 and hands Metro their first loss on the season.
Coming off a loss for the first time this season, Coach Clark wanted to see what his team was really made of. The Aussie Nick Kay tries his best to put any doubts out of Clark's mind with the slam to put Metro up early. And then it's the big man Jonathan Morris with the ball, and he rolls it in from under the rim. Adams State tried to keep it close at the half, but would only get within 18. Second half now, and Morris keeping it going. He had 20 points and 10 rebounds for his 30th career double-double. Metro had 3 players reach double figures, including 16 from Demetrius Miller, who buries the 3. And then putting the exclamation point on the win is Mitch McCarran, who throws it down, and Metro gets back on the winning track 69-56 to win their 7th RMAC regular season championship.
Well, it was a grinder from the time that game ended. You know, we watched the whole game yesterday because our discipline was lacking in that particular game against Fort Lewis, and I thought we got out toughed a little bit. So, you know, the challenge was, can you turn it over and perform? But great team effort tonight, and, you know, again, I don't talk about it much, but we won an RMAC championship tonight.
While it was hard to see the men get their first loss of the season against a tough Fort Lewis team, it was even better to see them get back on the winning side of things against a tough Adams State team.
And you can check out the men's team at home against CSU Pueblo and UC Colorado Springs at home at 7 o'clock. So for Kevin Hall, I'm Peter Aragon. Back to you guys at the desk.